The government. It loves you and wants to keep you safe and well. It even wants to make paying taxes, fines, and court costs easier for you. How? Well, you'll need to meet your straw man. He was born the same day you were. He looks like you, has the same name, and lives in your house, but you never knew he existed. You will have even paid his parking tickets or taxes. The worst part? He's been dead from day one. From every birth certificate, a legal personality, or legal fiction, is created with the same name to confuse little old you into thinking it's you. So, there is a human you and a paper you, or as it's commonly known, a straw man. So when it seems like government officials, court clerks, or the police are speaking English, they aren't. They're speaking legalese, designed to make you agree to verbal and written contracts without even knowing about it, all spun from Black's Law Dictionary. For example, when the police say, "Do you understand?" you'll say, "Yes." What they are really saying is, "Do you stand under our authority?" Oops-a-daisy, you just created a verbal contract with them. Oh, you clever government. Did you know that whenever you register something, you are handing over title to the person you register it with? That's right. Whenever you register something with the government, they assume it belongs to them. Registered your car? Super! Now you are the registered keeper of your vehicle, and the government can crush it when you don't pay your, straw man's taxes. Expecting a new bundle of joy? Well then you need to register your little darling with a birth certificate. Then they can start the process all over again and create a new straw man for your little one. Isn't that great? So when Junior grows up, he'll be able to generate revenue just like you have. When you notify on your baby by signing the birth certificate, your child becomes a ward of state, and if the government doesn't like what you're doing, they'll assume it's okay to take the child away, or make new rules for things they don't like. Not enough school? Smacking your child? Shouting too loudly? And it's off to social services for the little one. When you get a bill, it's sent to you, but belongs to your straw man, not you. That's why bills, fines, and summons start with Mr., Mrs., or Ms. Sometimes you'll see your surname in capitals, just like on a gravestone. That's because your straw man is dead, and just a silly piece of paper, created before you could comprehend or even consent to it. When you go to court, you represent your straw man, so you, the human, take on any costs, fees, taxes, and fines involved for the straw man. The human you doesn't even need to pay them. But you made a contract with the court by appearing on behalf of your legal personality or straw man, just like the government knew you would. Confused? Well, don't worry. The government doesn't want you to know anyway. If you knew, you'd stop paying things like council tax and parking tickets. Because when you go to court, you are representing your straw man. You are you, alive and made of flesh and blood. Your straw man, or legal personality, is a piece of paper created from your birth certificate. And you think it's you. What a silly Billy. Would you like to know more? Well then go over to tpuc.org. Get up, get informed, and get real.
All right, so listen, let's talk about the straw man. Straw man theory. What the hell is straw man, right? All right, so it's the legal identity that is connected to your birth certificate. It's as if you have a twin, a dead twin, and you're the living twin, but the system, it fuses you and assumes that you're the dead twin. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. That's what I want you to do. Pull out your driver's license or your ID, birth certificate, your credit card. Pull out something like that. I give you a few seconds. And what do you see? You see all capital letters on that, right? Now ask yourself, did your parents tell you initially to write your name in all capital letters? When you went to school, did they educate you to write your name in all capital letters? Think about that. I'm sure the answer is no. Things that look similar are not the same. If your name is in all caps, it may look similar to your name being properly styled, but it's not the same thing. Two different jurisdictions, two different entities, and all that. Okay? Now what I want you to understand is, your name in all caps, your name on a birth certificate, that's equivalent to Target, Walmart, to you having a business, whatever your business name is. That's what it's equivalent to. Now, nobody's gonna walk around calling you Target or Walmart. Hey, Target, what's happening with you? Tarjay, what's happening with you, fam? All right, you keep it light. You keep it light. Nobody's going around saying any of that, right? That's because that's your business name. They're gonna call you by your personal name, right? That's the same way you should view your name on the birth certificate, your name on your ID, your license, your credit cards. It's not you. And you have to maintain that separation, maintain understanding both jurisdictions. Because that name on the birth certificate, that's a public jurisdiction. But your name, properly styled, that's a private jurisdiction. What happens every day is they get you, they trick you out of your position to make you think that you are that name on the birth certificate, to make you feel like you actually are a Target. Think about that. They be out here be like, hey Target, what's happening? You be like, chilling, it's just another day. It's just another day. You act like you actually are Target every day of your life. How silly does that sound? That's how they trick you, and that's why you get jammed up. That's why you have to go to court and all that. I have all these legal affairs that you gotta call lawyers, you get messed up, and all types of bad things happen to you. You don't understand who you are under the Constitution. There's true citizens under the Constitution, and they never educated you about that. There's a private citizen that follows the rules of the Constitution, state constitution and the federal constitution. And then you have the government-controlled population that are called public U.S. citizens that are also known in law as district citizens. Why are they called district citizens? Because they are citizens of the Washington District of Columbia. And that status follows them no matter where they are at. And guess what? They don't have too many rights. So you don't want to be labeled as a district citizen, aka public U.S. citizen, where all your information is public, your rights are public, and statutes and codes apply to you because you're a government-controlled population. That's not the side you want to be on. Statutes and codes, they do not favor you. You want to be under the original written Constitution. These are the rules that you want to play by. Think about it. How many of y'all play Uno? Right, you play Uno? I just smoke people in Uno. Think about it. You buy Uno, you look on the back of the box when you first get it. It's got the rules, or it might got the little paper on the inside. It's got the rules. It tells you how Uno's supposed to be played. Well, that's like the Constitution. It tells you the original rules of this land, of this country as you know it. But then the government, because of many different situations that we'll get into at a different point, they created, sorry Chanel, they created the Jamaican house rule. They created house rules. Think about it. You go over your friend's house, your friend is like, hey, yeah, we can play Uno, but you can stack it over here. You can do the waterfall. You can do this, you can do that. You talking about, hold on man, I ain't never heard none of these rules. Where you get that from? You immediately start feeling like you're at a disadvantage, don't you? Because you never played by these rules before. These is house rules. You know, that's statutes and codes. You're at a disadvantage when you start playing by statutes and codes. Only rules that should apply to you is the original written Constitution, the original Uno rules on the back of the box. Are you picking up what I'm putting down, man? Now listen, this birth certificate, I'm gonna keep our way real with you. Number one thing is people want to know, is there a fund, is there money that's connected to the birth certificate? Absolutely it is. And I can break it down to you and show you and explain exactly why. But we'll get to that another day, because I know that you really want to know, can you access it? Right now you can't, because it's held in a spendthrift trust. What's a spendthrift trust? Well, that is where, yes, you as a beneficiary, you are still the owner of that money, but a trustee controls when and how you can get it. And unfortunately for us, our trustees are not wanting to let us get access to it. But how do you get access to it? Is there a way around it, right? That's what everybody wants to know. And people out there claiming they can get you access to it entirely and all this and all that, right? I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. A lot of them are just not honest, right? But I will tell you that, are you able to tap into it so that you can discharge debt? Yes, you are. How do you do this? Now, people talk about remittances and coupons, the bill of exchange, promissory notes, and all this. Listen, all that shit's cool, right? At the end of the day, you want to be tendering that instrument as a special deposit, and that's what people don't understand. Once you tender that, you are tendering for performance. You're not making a payment. There's a huge difference between making a payment and tendering a special deposit. You're tendering for performance. Now, what's that performance? It's an equitable conversion. What's the equitable conversion? Well, reach into that fund that's connected to the birth certificate and apply it to the account, right, to balance out the charge. The account says you're in a negative $5,000, so basically says you owe $5,000. Well, you want to do an equitable conversion, so you're basically demanding that they perform an equitable conversion, reach into that fund, and get $5,000 in private credit to apply to the account. That balances out the ledger. People in the accounting, y'all know what I'm talking about. That's the thing that people don't understand why they fail. It's more to it. People don't understand like who can actually see that fund. Not everybody can see that. They just assume everybody with a company that's millionaires or billionaires can see that account, that fund, and they know something entirely different. They know all the secrets of the world. Listen, that's not how shit goes. It's just not. It's just not. I know that's the narrative, but that's just not how it goes. Why? How do I know this? Because one, I'm a millionaire. For two, I know other millionaires. I know billionaires. Like they don't know the things that I know, and they are fascinated by it, and they want to learn more. So this is how I know. Well, listen, you can come and learn to take back your power. Because this system is designed to feel like you're actually powerless, to feel like, you're tiny, minute. And the system is so big that you could never beat it. Feel like you're defeated before you even begin. That's not what I want for you. And I know that's not what you want for yourself. And let's be real. Can you really afford not to know your rights when ignorance of the law is no excuse? And they expect you to know your rights. Every day you walk out your front door. And they don't care if you don't. They don't care. Are you going to continue to live in the same cycle, not knowing your rights, acting like you really do when you don't? You're going to sue somebody, right? Telling the police, telling the government what they can and can't do when you don't even know what you can and cannot do, let alone what they can and cannot do. Let's just keep it all the way real with ourselves. This is why I created the space, I created the class, I created the community, the #1 community. Like-minded individuals come together, share their experiences, and it's just a great community. We got the class. Go to Matisse Academy. We're gonna drop the link in the description. Love to see you there. Come on, man. Let's take back our power. Do this together. Click the link, join the class, register. I'll see you then. Let's get it.